Last night, while you were sleeping, your dog made a sound, maybe a soft whimper, maybe a quiet cry. Maybe their paws moved, their legs twitched, their face tightened for just a second, and then it passed, and you lay there in the dark wondering what was happening inside their head. Most owners brush it off. They assume it's nothing, a reflex, a random noise. But what if it wasn't random at all? What if that sound, that movement, that cry in the dark was a window, a direct look into the inner world of your dog that almost nobody knows how to read? Welcome. Subscribe now, because what we're about to cover will permanently change the way you see your dog while they sleep. Today we're going inside your dog's sleeping mind, what they dream about, why they cry, what their body movements actually mean, and what it reveals about your bond with them that you never expected. Because what's happening when your dog cries in their sleep is not what most people think. Let's begin. Before we talk about what your dog dreams about, we need to settle something that was debated for decades. Do dogs actually dream? The answer, confirmed by neuroscience, is yes. Unambiguously, measurably, yes. In the 1960s, researchers at the University of Lyon removed the brainstem mechanism in cats that causes physical paralysis during sleep, the same mechanism that keeps us still while we dream. What happened next was remarkable. During deep sleep, these cats began to move. They stalked. They pounced. They reacted to things that weren't there. They were, without question, acting out their dreams. The same research was later replicated in dogs. During REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, the stage where dreaming occurs, dogs showed identical patterns, muscle twitches, paw movements, vocalizations, eye movement beneath closed lids. Their brains, when measured, showed activity patterns nearly identical to humans during dreaming sleep. Your dog is not malfunctioning when they twitch and cry in their sleep. They are dreaming. And what they are dreaming about is more specific and more personal than most owners ever realize. Here is where it gets extraordinary. In 2001, researchers at MIT led by Matthew Wilson and Kenway Louie published findings that changed how science understood animal dreaming entirely. They measured hippocampal activity, the brain region responsible for memory, in rats while they ran a maze. Then they measured the same brain activity while the rats slept. The patterns matched almost perfectly. The rats were replaying their day, specifically, precisely, in sequence. They weren't experiencing random neural noise. They were reliving real events, and the same principle applies to your dog. Your dog dreams about you, about the walk you took that morning, about the game in the backyard, about the moment you sat on the floor and let them climb into your lap, about the other dog they met at the park, about the smell of dinner, about the specific sound of your car pulling into the driveway. Dr. Deirdre Barrett, a researcher at Harvard Medical School who studies dreaming, stated directly that dogs most likely dream about their owners, about familiar faces, familiar activities, and the emotional experiences of their day. The brain during sleep does not invent entirely new experiences. It processes and replays real ones. When your dog cries in their sleep, they are somewhere specific, in a memory, in a moment, in something that mattered to them. Now the specific question: why do some dogs vocalize during sleep while others don't? Why the whimper, the soft cry, the muffled bark? During REM sleep, the emotional centers of the brain are highly active, more active in some cases than during waking hours. The amygdala, which processes emotion including fear, excitement, and attachment, fires intensely during dreaming. When a dog experiences a vivid emotional dream, chasing something, playing, reuniting with someone they love, the physical response system activates alongside it. The cry you hear is emotional output. It's the sound of a feeling your dog is experiencing so genuinely, so completely, that it breaks through the surface of sleep. It is not pain in most cases. It is not distress in most cases. It is feeling. Real, full, unfiltered feeling, happening in a brain that doesn't separate sleeping experience from waking experience the way ours does. Puppies and senior dogs cry most frequently during sleep. Puppies because their brains are processing enormous amounts of new information every day. Every experience is vivid and emotionally charged. Senior dogs because their emotional memories are deepest, longest, most layered with meaning. The dog who has lived with you for 12 years has 12 years of moments to dream about, 12 years of you. Beyond the crying, the body tells its own story. Here is how to read what you're seeing. Paw paddling. A running or paddling motion with the legs means your dog is moving in their dream, chasing, running, playing. This is one of the most common dream movements and almost always indicates an active, positive dream. The faster the paddling, the more intense the pursuit. Facial twitching. The lips pulling back, the nose wrinkling, the brow furrowing, means your dog is reacting to something they're smelling or seeing in the dream. Given that a dog's brain is significantly wired around scent, facial twitching during sleep often indicates an olfactory dream. They are smelling something, someone, somewhere that matters to them. Tail movement during sleep is one of the most telling signs of all. A dog's tail moves in sleep for the same reason it moves when awake, in response to a social or emotional stimulus. If your dog's tail wags during sleep, they are in the presence of someone they love inside that dream. That tail knows no difference between waking and sleeping joy. And the whimper that rises and falls, the soft cry that seems to reach for something, that is your dog in the middle of a moment that meant something, a reunion, a chase that almost succeeded, a touch they remember. This is the question almost every owner faces in that dark, quiet moment. Should I wake them? If they seem distressed, should I interrupt the dream? The answer in most cases is no. Here is why. Interrupting REM sleep, the deep dream stage, disrupts the memory consolidation process that sleep exists to complete. When your dog dreams, their brain is not just replaying experiences randomly, it is organizing them, filing them, converting short-term experiences into long-term memory. Waking them mid-process interrupts something important. There is also a neurological reason to be careful. During deep sleep, the part of the brain that recognizes familiar faces goes partially offline. If you touch a deeply sleeping dog suddenly, the brainstem responds before the conscious mind wakes. That is why sleeping dogs sometimes startle and snap, not out of aggression, but out of pure reflex. Always use your voice first. Say their name softly. Let them surface before you touch them. The old saying is true for a reason. Let sleeping dogs lie. The exception is a cry that escalates, that grows louder, more desperate, that doesn't pass on its own within a minute or two. A dog that cannot be calmed after waking, that seems genuinely disoriented or frightened repeatedly across multiple nights, deserves a veterinary conversation. Chronic sleep disturbance in dogs can indicate pain, neurological change, or anxiety that extends beyond dreaming. Here is the part that stays with you. Research into canine dreaming consistently points toward one conclusion. Dogs dream most vividly and most frequently about the beings they are most attached to. Not about food, though food appears. Not about other dogs, though they appear too. Most of all, about the person they love most. Think about what that means. In the deepest, most private state of consciousness your dog enters, when the waking world disappears and only the inner world remains, you are there, your face, your voice, the feeling of being near you. That is what their sleeping brain returns to when it is left completely to itself. You are not just their owner. You are not just the one who fills the bowl. You are so deeply embedded in who they are that even in sleep, even when no one is watching, even when there is nothing to gain, they find their way back to you. The next time you hear your dog cry in their sleep, don't feel worried, feel something closer to honored. Because somewhere in a dream you will never see, in a moment that belongs entirely to them, they chose to spend it with you. Your dog's sleeping mind is not empty. It is full of the life you've built together, full of the moments you've shared, full of you in ways that go deeper than anything they could ever say with words. Watch them sleep differently now. When the paws paddle, when the face twitches, when that soft cry rises in the quiet of the room, you now know what it is. It is memory, it is feeling, it is love, expressed the only way a sleeping dog knows how. Share this with someone who loves their dog. Leave a comment. Has your dog ever cried in their sleep? Tell us what it looked like. Subscribe to this channel because every video we make is built around one idea. Your dog has an entire inner world and you deserve to know what's in it. Go be with your dog.